It's great, you've got this big, comfortable car, can seat 7, and you can have a bit of fun when you want to. Put it in sports mode,
Next step.
and you're off. Good morning guys, and welcome to Silverstone, and welcome to the brand new Lexus for 2018, the RX 450HL. Now this car came out this year to compete with other cars in this class which have 7 seats. The previous RX, which is still available, only has 5, and the likes of the Audi Q7, the Volvo XC90 all had 7 seats. It's a market that's growing, the luxury SUV market with 7 seats. Lexus obviously seen this and bought out this version for the market. We're going to have a good look around the outside, have a look around inside, and we're going to take it out on the road and see what this car is all about. Outside, this Lexus I think looks absolutely brilliant. It's all about the lines, and we'll have a look at those in a bit more detail. This model is the luxury, and it's got the 20-inch alloys on it. The normal car has 18, but it is an optional extra as well. The extra 2 seats they've extended out the back. I think it's only like 4 inches, but they've worked their magic and fitted 2 extra seats in there. They've also blacked out, you can see here, and that makes the roof, it gives like a floating look to it. So I think that looks really unique. I don't know what you guys, put your comments down below. What do you think of this styling here? We're going to go and have a look at the front, because the grille on that really is something that stands out. The front of this car is dominated by that huge grille. You can see the styling cues I mentioned about sharp angles, they certainly are reflected here. Right in the middle you've got the front facing cameras. Over to the side you've got LED lights, and they're adaptive, so they will bend as you go around corners. I think it's got a lot of road presence that stands out from a lot of its competitors. One of the improvements that customers wanted on the RX 450H was a larger boot, and that is something you can actually get with this. Obviously you've got these 7 seats in the back, but these can be folded down and give you an increased boot space. So if we open it up, there's a little button under here somewhere. Found it eventually. So you press that and it will automatically open up. And once we go inside, you've got some switches just over here, so you press them and that will automatically fold down. So that is folded down. There's a bit of wizardry going on. That means this is now completely flat. So you've got a considerably increased amount of boot space, which is absolutely fantastic. So you can fold down one side or both sides to give you even more room. We've got a split in the middle as well. So if you want a particularly long item, you can go all the way through there. That's a really nice feature. Something that also you've got the storage under there for the tonneau. The only thing you don't have with this model is a spare wheel. The 450H does come with it, but that's something that is missing on this car. But other than that, you know, does it really matter? Call the AA or someone and they can come out and sort it out. But the back of it, really easy. They're quite trick seats as well, but like I said, it completely goes flat and increases your boot space. I'm in the back of the Lexus at the moment, well, the second row of seats, and it's a really nice place to be. The driver and passenger seat are quite a long way back, and I've still got a ton of legroom. Headroom as well, that's really good. And the seats are comfortable, they actually recline. There's a little lever here, I'll probably just be out of shot now. So you can go back, so you really can get in a comfortable position. In terms of seating, they're all leather, they're heated and ventilated. So you really are treated very nicely in this car. You've even got your own climate control in the back. What more could you want? I think you could probably get an infotainment system in the back with screens. But really, this is a very, very nice place to be. I could see sitting here on a long journey, very happy indeed. Right, this is a 7-seater and we'll see how practical it is. Front seats, amazingly comfortable. Middle seats, yeah, that's very nice as well. I'm going to try and get in the back now. Let's see what happens. So you push the handle down to go forward, climb up. Oh, sorry about the noises. I'm in, sort of. Right, I can sort of get in. There's, yeah, you can see it's probably not going to be the most comfortable thing either. The trouble is now I've pushed the seat all the way forward, so the person on the second row is going to have to get the driver to push his seat forward. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is practical for someone of my height. I'm 6 foot, so I think a couple of kids in here, I think that would be absolutely fine. I mean, if you have to, you could probably get people around. Yeah, well, just quickly in terms of practicality in the back, you've got a couple of cup holders. There's also, you've got your own climate control in the back, which is good, so you'll be comfortable if you've got short legs. So that's the only caveat about that one. So now I'm going to do some more gymnastics and try and get out of here. I've got inside the Lexus now, and I think this is the most important point of the car. This is the view you're going to be having most of the time. Outside, I think it looks absolutely great, but inside, I'm going to be seeing this as I'm driving it. Yeah, I'll see it on the driveway, but this is the most important area. Key-wise, doesn't plug in, you just put it somewhere in the car. So I'm going to put it in these cup holder here. So you've got 2 of those, just another point. Now, in order to start it, you put your foot on the brake and press the power button. While you do that, we've got some pre-programmed settings for steering wheel and seat. So you press it and it will change that. So we've got controls down here for lumbar, tilt on the steering wheel, rake. So there's lots of things, and it's a really comfortable position to be in. You can get yourself in exactly the right place. If we start up, and the most obvious thing really in this car is this large 12-inch display, and that's got all the infotainment stuff on it. You control that by this, I don't know what to call it really, it's like a floating mouse thing down here. So, and also you've got these buttons, so I can jump straight to map, which is, well, it's gone to that by default, so you can see where I am there, and you can control, just about probably be able to see the little arrow, you control where you want to go to. If you want to go back to the main menu, there's a menu button, so you can jump straight back to this main menu. So as you can see, you've got climate control settings, all about the car, telephone, media. So if you go into the car, you've got all the usual things, average speed, how long do you need to refuel. So there's lots of information there. I'm not sure how often you'll be changing that. I think I've only been using this about 10-15 minutes, but I'm sort of getting used to the weird mouse thing. If you're not completely happy with using that, you've got these up and down arrows and also an enter button on the side, so you can use that as well. If we go down from there, we've got good old manual controls for the climate control. You've got climate control in the front, middle, and also controls in the back, so you can get yourself really comfortable. So that's the usual things on there. Just under here, which I think this is really nice, is you've got a wireless charging pad, and there. Down here you've got the controls for your heated seats and ventilated seats. You get that front and rear. 2 cup holders I've just mentioned. A little thing here to put a very small phone, maybe some loose change in. Got that. There's a lot larger one just under here. You just notice that the little thing comes out, and that's really good because it means you can clean it a lot easier, get it, and so there's nothing going to be stuck in there. You've also lots of connectivity in this car. We've got 2 USB ports. We've got a 12 volt power supply in there. I've seen other ones around the car as well. You sort of open another cubby hole and there seems to be a charger in there. If we look at the steering wheel, this being the luxury model, you get this nice trim on the top, and you've got part leather. Control wise, you've got the usual indicators, so we're not even going to go there with that one, but you have got adaptive cruise controls, a little button for that. We've got lane assist, so that means if you start wandering out the lines it will beep or I think rumble. You can turn that off, so that's good. You've got voice commands, volume, and that's the majority of it here. Oh, down here you've got to set the cruise control speed. If we go over here, you've got your head-up display, and that will show what's in front of you. You've got your speed, and also when you've got your sat nav set, it will give you the directions up there. I think that's a really nice safety feature. The map up here is really good, but you've got to take your eyes sort of off the road. I think there's a lot of things like that in cars nowadays where you've got to sort of take your eyes off where you're going. So I think that is, well, that is a really nice feature. Stereo wise, it's uprated, 12 speakers as well, so that's really good. Now, this is, I got very excited. It's a bit weird, but there's a press view down here, and it gives you a 360-degree camera all the way around. That's an optional extra on the other models, but this luxury model comes with that. And over here, as you can see, you check its surroundings, you can see everything around you. It's quite a large car, so parking, anything you can do to park better or not scratch your car, that is really good. So there's lots of sensors all the way around the car. Really like that. On the door as well, you've got 3 presets, so you can give the key, program it to the key for your default settings, give one to your wife or friend or whoever. They can have different ones. If you don't want to do that, you've got these 3 settings on the door. I think overall this feels a very nice place to be. There's some nice soft materials. They've obviously put some money into making this feel a lot more premium. There's soft leathers here, door there's leather, there's nothing scratchy. There's this nice mahogany looking effect down here. That was actually, I think, designed by, I think it's Yamaha, so that's really good quality. Airbag wise, I've just noticed that there. I think there's 12 airbags, so each person in the car has got their own one. So safety, obviously they really have thought about it. I could see myself being here, owning this car and being a very happy boy indeed. We're going to take it out on the road because obviously driving is one of the main things when it comes to owning a car. Love the outside, inside feels a really premium, top quality car. So what we're going to do is, well, I've got the key, but we're going to go and sign some paperwork and take it out on the road. I've left Silverstone now and I've got the car for the next half an hour, so it's only a short period of time, but hopefully it'll give me an idea what it's like to live with. Now I've set it all up and it's really comfortable. I really like it behind the wheel. I've got the sat nav set up over this side. The Lexus guys have actually done that So you may hear it talking in the background. I've got the head-up display in front of me, and that is really nice. The first car I've driven actually with head-up display, and I really like it. It means I can see exactly where I want to go. I've got the sat nav in front of me, speed on the left-hand side, and at the moment it's really quiet in here. I'll be quiet for a second. See, really quiet. On the right, I've just noticed it's just come on there. We've got a blind spot monitoring. I think it's an optional extra, and it's got a little picture of a car. Now, if something is in your blind spot, that will glow orange. It's a big car, and you probably could miss something, especially at the moment. The sun blinds are down at the back, and you can't see anything at this. That's a real must-have. I'm in eco mode at the moment, and the performance of the car is pretty good, to be honest. It gets you up to the speed limit pretty quickly, and you can cruise along. I'm doing the speed limit now, and it's very quiet, it's relaxed. I think in Sports Plus mode it will do 60 in, I think it's 8 seconds. The smaller model, the RX 450h, does it in 7.9, so there's not really much in it. But even so, I'm going to slow down and then put your foot down, and yeah, it's got quite a good uptake there. It makes a quite nice sound as well. Like I said, it's not the sports model, but it does. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying this at the moment. My overall opinion of this car is very good. I think it looks absolutely great from the outside. The inside feels expensive. Feels a really luxurious place to be. There's always nice leathers. And generally Lexus, I think, have done an absolutely cracking job. You can fit 7. If you're going to carry around 5 people, drop the boot and you've got big luggage area. It's competing obviously with the Q7, BMW X5, Volvo XC90. I haven't driven those, so I can't compare them directly, but I think this is a really nice car. The performance it's not bad. I think some of its rivals maybe are a bit quicker, but I don't think I'm that worried by that. It does get up to speed quite nicely. It doesn't feel like you want to really push on. It's not a sports car, but it will progress quite well, and it doesn't sound too bad either. It's quite enjoyable. So again, drop it down, and there we go, that's 60. Money wise, 65,000, is that too much? Possibly, but you do feel you're getting quite a lot for your money. It does feel a quality product, or a quality car I should say. So I'm going to bring this video to an end. I've got to unfortunately drop it back to Lexus, who I've got to say a massive thank you to. What do you guys think of the car? Do you like it? Would you get one? Put your comments just down below.